Hello everyone, this is your ICT online tutor. Today we are going to use our Information and Communication Technology paper, the May-June 2024 version 3.1. We are going to use the spreadsheet question to learn a function VLOOKUP. So we are going to use the question 2, which reads, place a replicable formula in cell C35 to look up the type of driver using their name and the external file J2431 drivers.csv for the array. So from the question, we can tell that we are going to put our function in cell C35, and the lookup value is it's going to look up the type of driver using their name, right? So what we are using, the name that we are using, this is our lookup value. And the table array has been given as the external file J2431 drivers.csv for the array. So this is our table array. So we are going to place this formula, which is going to be replicable. So let's go to our Splendid file. So when we click to open our Splendid file, we go to this triangle that is at the corner. That will help us to open up every cell so that we can see it clearly. So instead of going one by one, double clicking between those columns A and B, C and B and C, and C and D, we can just go to this triangle. When you click on it, it highlights everything, as you can see. When it highlights everything, it means that you can go now between A and B, double click, and then every other cell is going to just be opened so that we can clearly go to our C35. So this is column C. We need to scroll down so that we go to the cell that we are supposed to put this function in. So this is our cell C35. How do I know that I'm really in C35? This is the name box. When you click on it, it tells you that this is the name box, and the name is C35, as we can see. So it means that I'm at the correct position, right? So now we are going to start to do the VLOOKUP function. V stands for vertical. Okay, so as we know, we have lookups, different lookups for different types of lookup. We have a lookup, we have a VLOOKUP, we have an HLOOKUP, we have an XLOOKUP. Okay, so we need to know which lookup am I going to use. So since the question is saying lookup for this, so I'm going to look up for the type of driver being based on the name. So this is the column that holds names, so it's going to be based on name. So this is going to be the lookup value. But which type of lookup am I supposed to use now from the different lookups that I know? I go and check on my table array, the external file that I've been told that this is going to be the table array. I highlight like I did last time, go between A and B, double click, and then I'm going to have this information open up. So I'm going to look at this information. Is it increasingly going to the right or going down? So as I scroll, I can see that my information is going down. This is vertically a vertical list. Okay, it's going down. If I need to add anything, I just have to scroll down so that I can add another row of information. So this makes the VLOOKUP because the information is going down. This table array that I've been given, this information is increasingly going down. So for me to highlight this information, I can click on column A and then highlight my information going down. So because it's going down, it means that it's now a vertical a vertical list. Therefore, the type of lookup that I'm using is a VLOOKUP. Otherwise, if I had information going to my right, increasingly going to my right, that's my right. So if I'm going to go that side, it means it's horizontal. That would suffice me to use the H lookup. Okay. So now I'm going to go to my Splendid and go to C35, right, equals V lookup, double click. So the moment I write my function to say VLOOKUP, there's going to pop out this helper. The helper, the one that is in bold, is what you're supposed to do at that current time. So now it's saying lookup value. Therefore, I'm supposed to put the lookup value. So we said name, the name is going to be the lookup value. So we don't write the actual name, we write the cell that holds the name. Okay, so the cell that holds the name is B35. So I'm going to use B35. I press, I put my comma, and then immediately I'm going to have table array. Now is the one that is in bold. So it's saying, can you give me the table array? And I already know my table array is an external file. So I'm going to click and highlight my table array. And it's increasingly going down as we have agreed earlier. So this is my table array and I've highlighted it. So after highlighting the table of array, I'm now going to put a comma. This is my function. This is the function box. So I'm going to put a comma to say I'm done with the table array. And then it says column index number. This is what's in bold now. So I need the column index number. Which column number holds the information that I want? And we said we are looking for a type. And this type is in column C. So in column A, we have the name. In column B, we have years driving. And in column C, we have the type. The type. So now I want to have my answer in column C, which is column number 1, 2, 3. It's column number 3, right? So I put 3, put a comma, and then now I'm going to put a 0 or false to just say I want an exact match. Okay, so I can put an approximate match, which is you write true if you are required to put an approximate match, but now we want an exact match of that name and the type, so we are going to use false so that I get an exact match. So this is my VLOOKUP function, equals VLOOKUP, and now I have this as my lookup value and this is my table array. As you can see, my table array here has been given the external file. So this is the name of the file that is externally, that is being external and is being called, and then we have $ to say, can you lock this $ a $1 to say A1, so that my table array is not going to change and it's been logged through to $C, so which is column C and which is row 51. So that's my table array. The column index number 3, this is the column that I'm going to get the information, and then I'm going to say exact match, then you press enter. So the moment you press enter, you're supposed to have the name. Okay, so that's the type code between C and D to double click so that this can actually be seen clearly. So for this name logo, we are going to have the type as dive master. So because it has been asked to be replicable, we just take your cursor to the corner where there is a box. Now if there is a plus, double tap. When you double tap there, it's going to automatically replicate for you. So now if we are going to then scroll down, you can see it is replicated throughout. So all the information has been replicated for the type. So the name and the type is now been given. You can even double tap again so that to make sure that everything is open enough to be seen clearly. The marine biologist is now clear because it was cut off. Okay, so this is my VLOOKUP function and I've replicated it and I've scooped my 7 marks. Thank you.